So I mean, that kind of confirms that he's not like giving up the Darksaber in episode one, and that there is going to be this sort of political struggle because by right and
Yeah,
by law,
it's
he
him.
is the ruler of Mandalore.
Yeah.
So
So there actually is an interesting breakdown of it though, where he isn't actually Mandalore though.
oh, is there?
Well, so we've talked about it a couple times where we were like, well, how does that work if I think you and I have talked about it before when Sabine actually handed it to him
Mm-hmm.
or handed it to Bo, like that's not right because it has to be by combat. And so the last person to disarm the wielder of the Darksaber by combat is actually Ahsoka
Last person to wield the Darksaber by combat
because
is
it was
Ahsoka.
Maul,
Okay, yeah.
right? Didn't Maul whip out the Darksaber and didn't she disarm him?
She did, but then she gave it to Bo, right?
No, she no
Gave it to Sabine.
no, it went to it crap. Now I have to go back, but I'm pretty so we talked about it in chat, but it's definitely it's where it goes back to Maul. It goes back to Maul and the end of season 6. Because they went because Sabine found it in Dathomir
Mm-hmm.
in the vault, and then she then handed it to Bo, and then somehow Bo loses it to Moff Gideon, and Moff Gideon gets disarmed by Mando, but Sabine didn't give she willingly gave her the Darksaber. It wasn't beaten. She wasn't beaten for it.
This website, it's on ranker.com, has the list. So, okay.
Oh, give me the breakdown.
Darksaber ended up in the hands of Pre Vizsla. We see that in Clone Wars, leader of Death Watch.
Yep.
Maul kills Pre Vizsla and rules Mandalore.
Mhm.
Maul loses it in a duel with Dark Sidious, but then gets it back.
That's what it was.
Darksaber gets stashed on Dathomir with the Night Sisters. Sabine finds it. Ezra uses the Darksaber to defeat the possessed Sabine. Sabine trusted the blade to Kanan Jarrus for safekeeping, so she gave it to Kanan.
Kanan gives it back to her and teaches her how to use it.
Ursa Wren tried to give the Darksaber to Viceroy Garth Saxon, but Sabine Wren fortified her claim in combat.
There it is.
Sabine voluntarily gives up the Darksaber to Bo.
Mm-hmm.
Bo loses it when the Empire attacks in the Great Purge and gives it to Moff Gideon. And then
We don't know that. We don't know if she gave it to him or she like lost it and he picks it up. Like we don't know how that entire transaction went about.
This section of her personal history is still murky. Do you foresee a flashback?
I think so. They have to. They have to show that. But okay, so then we go back to this whole Darth Maul thing. So because Maul still has it, because it wasn't trial by combat. He just fight. Also, that fight scene against the Emperor is so awesome.
Oh, with his brother is
oh
nuts.
My God, what a great fight. Anyways, so that's where it leaves off. So it's not Ahsoka. So it's it's still Maul. So then that means Obi-Wan. It means Ben Kenobi. That means Darth Vader is technically.
Maul lost it in duel with Darth Sidious, then recovered it. Darksaber stashed on Dathomir. Sabine.
So if Maul dies.
Okay, but here, so Maul's dead, and Garth Saxon has it at one point, and Sabine does take it from Garth Saxon in combat.
So that means Sabine is still technically. But see, here's the whole property thing, though. Is like, does it have to be while you're wielding it? Does it have to be that you die with it? What are the rules here? Like, what are the actual like rules of the passing of the Darksaber? Because you can't willingly give it up, which is the one that because we know that at the end of Mando season 2, which is bullshit though, because Sabine willingly gives it to Bo, and Mando tries to give it back to Bo, and she's like, "Oh no, I can't take it. It has to be the right way."
According to Mandalorian, this is from Wikipedia. According to Mandalorian custom, one could only obtain the Darksaber by defeating the previous owner in combat.
So that's Obi-Wan.
Should they have claimed it in any other way, their claim was considered illegitimate. However, When Bo-Katan received the Darksaber from Sabine Wren without the fight, she was accepted by other clans, an act that she would later be shunned for after the events of the Great Purge. At least one element of Mandalorian society, the Children of the Watch, believe that the Darksaber carries a terrible curse that would lead to the destruction of Mandalore and its people if it was acquired outside of combat. So, essentially, they were willing to let the rules slide based on the crazy set of circumstances we discussed before. Bo's in charge, but then all of a sudden Death Watch's curse comes true because it wasn't won in combat.
Yeah.
So now I'm sure all the tribes are like, well, look what happened and look what they said. So that is probably the major issue.
So that makes Ben
giving
Kenobi Mandalore.
Wait, how's Ben Kenobi Mandalore? No.
Because Ben beat Darth Maul.
Oh, because technically Darth Maul would be...
Go back to the rules. Whoever beats the owner of the Darksaber in combat. It doesn't say that it doesn't say that he has to have it on him. He's the owner of it.
You're wrong. You're missing a key point. Then Sidious would be the leader.
But he got it back.
He didn't get it back in combat. He steals it back. Sidious kicked his ass.
So that makes then that would make Anakin.
Not Anakin. That would make Sidious.
No, that's what I'm saying. But Anakin kills Darth Sidious.
But then Luke kills Anakin, so Luke is the leader.
Oh, no! But then Luke becomes a Force ghost, so he's Eternal Mandalore.
He is Mandalore the Eternal.
That's so awesome.